All right, throughout the World Cup qualifier, there was no use of VAR. Now, shockingly, as it sounds to you, FIFA has said to introduce VAR for the playoff. Could this be a blessing in disguise or a cost to us? Hayward official.
Yeah, it's always a blessing. Yeah.
Official, I want to hear your honest opinion regarding this situation of VAR.
Yes, like you said, a blessing or a curse. I think both, a blessing and a curse. The blessing aspect is for the fact that we have numerous players playing in European football.
Yeah.
So I think they should be conversant of how the VAR works. And there's this notion among Nigerian, among fans generally, that VAR has done more harm to football than good. I think VAR serves as police to police the laws of football.
Yeah.
You understand now? And they're only there to give advice and point out some mistakes that the referee did not see. The final decision still lies with the center referee. You understand? If VAR did not see anything, you understand, they will not call the referee to check anything. So if you play your game well, you understand,
He go favor you.
and forget that there's VAR and you do some clumsy challenges or some fights like that, definitely VAR, like I said, that the police, they want to check out this thing. The only reason why we're talking about this is because we have some players in our squad with questionable characters. I don't want to put names to this at this point, probably why we let me do that. We have many players with questionable characters. I think that is why we are all scared. That is why I'm scared. As a Nigerian going into the fixture against Gabon or Cameroon and Congo at the end of the day, I'm scared because of the caliber of players that I feel that, yes, they might want to overdo and forget, genuinely forget that there's VAR. But above all, I think VAR should not raise eyebrows. It has been there. And the likes of Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, and many more players are used to it at the highest order of football. So above all, I think, like you said, I'll still sit on the fence. It is a blessing and it can be a curse.
Okay, let me hear from you.
It could be a blessing, it could be a curse. Sitting on the fence.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. The truth is, as VAR, the question we're supposed to be asking ourselves is, has VAR itself been a blessing to football or a curse? Because many people were optimistic that with the addition and inclusion of VAR to football, maybe we'll be seeing less of those referees drama and all those indecisive moments. But it has even gone from bad to worse. So it is not like the VAR itself is a blessing. It has even had because sometimes the referee might even be right. It's the VAR that will not be making some very doubting. Yes, there's some VAR that will not be confusing everybody. So eventually the PGMOL will now be coming outside to come and apologize. So and then you ask yourself, so what is the essence of after 3 man on the pitch you still have like 3 people? 4. I thought they said 2 years are better than 1. So but eventually it does not. But one thing I find very sad is because we are not even supposed to be talking about this as far as I'm concerned in the African terrain, because it's supposed to be the usual, the norm. We're not supposed to say VAR will be used in the World Cup qualifier, because we are supposed to have seen these over time. We are supposed to have been using it, but we didn't use it during the qualifiers itself, which I really don't know why. So now, so why bring it now? But whatever it is, I think since we have seen some European clubs or European countries benefit from this, then we should also, CAF should also inculcate in making sure that some of these technologies are being used in the African terrain. It's not like it should be selective. Now, as it pertains to us, I looked at the qualifiers and I saw some decisions that would have probably gone our way or some against us, like the goal against South Africa. If a VAR was there, it would have been cancelled. It would have been cancelled. It would have been cancelled. Though football does not. You can't read football that way. If you cancel that does not mean we might not get another 2 goals. So, but it is what it is. We have to look at those decisions. The one, the Victor Osimhen tackle that almost got him.
The red card.
No, not the red card. That almost got him injured. He got him injured, not even to avoid they made him absent against South Africa. So that would have probably been a VAR decision. The Ademola Lookman, all of those decisions that we've seen would have probably gone away, some against us, some for us. So I really don't know if this World Cup playoffs would not be a blessing or a cause. But for me, I think VAR itself has not been a blessing like that. It has not been a solution or way forward to football generally. And I really don't think that it will now be this time around. Because let me not lie to you. Okay, I listened to some sport analysts, and they were talking about how we could not provide a referee so far in the last 19 years. A Nigerian referee in the last 19 years to any CAF tournament. And now You ask yourself, the criteria for providing referees, what are the criteria? They said we only have one elite referee in Nigeria that actually wrote the test, but it did not pass. We only have one elite referee in Nigeria that wrote the test, but it did not pass.
All right.
So it did not pass. That was why it was not included in the AFCON. Now that means we would not see any Nigerian referee representing us at the CAF. No, I'm not even talking about playoffs now. In the CAF tournament, in any CAF tournament, let's put it that way. At the AFCONs particularly. So now, what are we saying? What we are saying is, are we now sure that because I feel like one of the reasons that contribute to this is rather the VAR might be one of the things that they don't know how to use.
Yeah.
Because we don't use the VAR in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So it might be one of the things that have actually made them to be sitting back of the class compared to their other colleagues.
They're outside the class.
outside the class. I'm even saying back, I say outside the class. So compared to the other colleagues around that are also referees. So it gives me concern. It gives me concern. But it is what it is. I think we should be prepared.
Yeah.
We should be prepared for the worst. And this in preparing for the worst, I think we have, like Kushala said, we have some couple of players that are used to this video assistant referee thing with their club and all of those things. I think the only few players are the ones that play like South Africa, and they don't use the VAR. So I'm expecting Nwabali to struggle. Yes, I think maybe that's why we might probably see. Maybe that's why we are seeing those erratic tackles and decisions and tactics. We don't know all of those shenanigans that he's doing. So I think he should get used to it. Maybe watch some few clips of how some of these decisions work. Okay, this is not rugby match.
Nothing go unnoticed.
It is not rugby. All those tackles, all those decisions that you make might get you foul or might get you to get penalized or concede unnecessarily. So, but it is what it is. I'm glad that this information is coming out, and then the technical crew of the Super Eagles under the leadership of chelle, I've also seen this. They should be able to work around this. The truth is, if we play our games, like officials used to say, you won't score and the referee will cancel it when you score a good goal. Yeah. So when you play your game, play the game with the referee. Play the game with the referee. You understand? Forget the fact that there's a VAR. Forget the fact that anything can go against you. Play your game. Score good goals. Defend well. You understand? Well, then we are good to go to the World Cup. We can do all of these things. Yeah.
Even as much as we talk about the VAR not being consistent, not doing a good job when it comes to calling and all that, I think I want to reflect this back to the last AFCON we played. There was a use of VAR.
Yeah.
And I think they spoke highly of how the VAR works.
Was there a VAR in the AFCONs?
Yes, there was. Remember that goal we scored against South Africa?
Yes. Okay.
That they had to call it back and give penalty against us. Alassane Yusuf.
I think they said the use of VAR in Africa was...
No, I think it was not just the VAR alone. It was the officiating generally. So it was not just the VAR. It was the officiating generally that they regarded as one of the best things. Let's hope they continue from there.
The point of all these things we are trying to highlight is, it's not that VAR or referees can get everything right. Nobody's perfect. We are all humans too. What concerns us mostly is our players and creating awareness, which we are doing now. Exactly. That there is going to be VAR now. And if we are conversant with watching the Premier League, the Serie A and everything, we can see that your eyes is fixed on the screen, but you get to see some things that you miss some things
from different angles.
And funny enough, VAR stops play. And when you see the replay, you say, I know common eye for screen now when this thing happened. So it's an eagle eye. The reason why I was saying this when I was talking about some players that are not conversant with this, especially e.g. Stanley Nwabali. If you watch that match against Rwanda, I know we have passed that. But if you go and rewatch that match against Rwanda, if there was a VAR used in that game, then we would have finished that game with 10 man. It's as simple as that. Those tackles, those challenging of referee, challenging of player after the ref has spoken to you, all those things. In the Premier League, get you a red card. In the Serie A, get you a red card. See the Champions League match, PSV versus Napoli, that they lost 6-2. The referee sent the striker out. What happened? He fouled him. He was expecting a penalty. The ref said he should stand up. He was doing the referee like this. It was a gesture. No, he didn't say a word. It was a gesture like this. The ref gave him straight red card and told him like this. Go out. So all those things they do. Oga.
You will collect.
So you finally mentioned his name. You will try to avoid mentioning his name.
I tried.
You wanted me to hit the nail on the head already, and I did already. No, the truth, everybody knows these things. But everybody saw the match. I said it. The game against Benin Republic, emotions don't play football.
Exactly.
If it was some other referee and the striker was not so smart enough, he would have celebrated that goal. You don't drop the ball like that. The referee has not blown for you as a foul. They fouled you. You are not the one that will tell the referee to blow or not. Wait for the whistle. You drop the ball expecting the referee to blow because of your emotions. No, emotions don't play football. Like I said, what give you foul in basketball will not give you foul in football. There are rules to this game. So it is the rules that govern the game, not emotions. So if you cannot control your emotions, then you just sit on the bench. If you cannot play with the rules is saying if a referee does not see, then a VAR can call. If the VAR calls and they decide, that's the end. There's nothing that we can do against about it. I really don't. If we want to get out of, if we are not going to, because it will not be very painful for us to crash out of the playoffs. Because we will have easy. Let us just forget this about this journey right from time. You understand? Let them not just put us in this. You understand? We will have forgotten about this journey. If you know they are eventually going to crash out during the playoff, then we'll have just crashed out since or allow Benin Republic to go
to qualify
easily. So this one is a must win for us. Gabon or whoever comes after Gabon is a must win for us.
Yeah, so, we are the World Cups already. Trust me on this.
Like I said,
thank you so much. Thanks so much, official. Like, yes, this is awareness for our players. We hope you know what's at stake. We must qualify. We must go to the World Cup, and all those answers, all those unnecessary tackles. VR will spot and move. So do the needful. No more of this ground. We don't need that.
Play the football. Play the football.
Play the football. VR now. If official. Then go see them from every angle. And if they see where they call them up, now what happen for? We want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you again next time. Thank you.